Hello everybody, welcome to Tato's Hardcore Media. Bringing you another video here, and I had a bunch of projects, and I keep on adding tabs. Tap this for that. See, my computer, this one won't have enough gigs of memory for it. But I just ran across this. And I was like, it's almost like the Civil War has ended. There's the North versus South thing and everything. And people have a lot of hate for each other. This is exactly like that in a lot of ways. It reminds me. And this goes to... I mean, I've seen from, of course, the Republican side, where they have all these meltdown videos and stuff like that of liberals, melting down and stuff like that over Trump did and over Trump winning. And, of course, I've chosen for good reason not to do any of those because it doesn't help. I don't think all of it is funny, and that there's a better constructive way of doing it besides making fun of one side. And plus, I'm not on any stupid Republican or Democrat side. I'm not one of their stupid tools. I'm not one of their shills. I'm not one of their programs, and it isn't going to help either side to get better if all we're doing is hating and being a weapon, because that's what both sides want, is to weaponize us, and this is one of the reasons why I did vote for Harrison, and why I got sick of their side of media, is that their lies was just psychopathic with Nazism and how they lied about even black and Latino people voting for Trump would be Nazis and racists, and those channels need to be burned down. They need to burn over the bullshit that they have spewed out. And you can go to Fox and any other right-wing type of media. Don't listen to them. Don't get news from them. There's a lot of BS they put out as well. And it's just, people need to stop listening to these outlets, and say that people are misogynists, racist, and stuff like that, because it's all bullshit and lies, and people don't listen to mainstream media. They're just full of shit, really, that they are. Let's get to this video here. It's just, both sides need to stop.
And then I said,
Viewer discretion for anybody that's on the left. There's a lot of people going for Trump supporters on either side, so be aware when you listen.
Brown skin. What do you think's going to happen to you?
Let's go.
Why would you say something?
Happened. I approached her and I said, I'm trying to understand why you're supporting Trump. And then I said, you're brown skin. What do you think's going to happen to you?
Why would you say something like that?
Because she has brown skin, and that's what the racists are.
Okay, I'm not talking politics with you. I want to know, did you put your hands on somebody?
I put my hand up on her chin like that.
First of all, okay, I'm not being on anybody's side, but being around law stuff myself and being in jail for a while, and luckily I was acquitted of my charges and everything. Never talk to the police. Never talk to them. They're there to arrest you. They're there to make an arrest, all right? You giving them this information? She just threw herself in the lockup section, threw herself in jail just like that. You don't ever tell them this stuff. You wait for your public defender or your lawyer. You don't talk to them, okay? If there's witnesses against you, all right? Because people wrongfully trust cops to, say, oh, okay, no big deal, all right, go off, do your thing. She broke the law.
Just like I did.
You can't do that.
Especially when you know you've broken the law. You don't talk to the cops.
I realize that. If somebody comes up nose to nose with you and starts screaming at you, what do? And basically, my response was to push her away.
No, you cannot leave.
I can't.
You need to stay here. Okay. Over there. Okay. I want to hang with her when we talk to the other part. She admitted she put her hand on her chin. Somebody else punched her. Actually, like closed fist.
Close fist. She came up from the backside.
Using the fist adds charge to the battery. All right, you have assault and stuff like that, different levels of assault battery, deadly weapon, etc. Closed fist, that adds to the battery charge, because it's closed fist, it does more damage to you, whether than just doing this. All right, it's assault, just doing this, just touching someone, that's assault, because the person may not like another person, especially if you don't like the way the other person's talking or they're talking at you, you're not going to want them to touch you, of course.
He started accusing her of being a person of color and should not be supporting Trump. And I mean, she stepped in the face.
She came up to me and she read my shirt and she said, you know that God doesn't like guns. And I said, well, I'm not voting for Trump to be my pastor. And then she says, and you should know better.
And the thing is, all right, that the media says that guns are the problem. They're not the problem. Guns don't get up on their own and shoot and kill people, all right? Think of that logic, brothers and sisters, all right? It's not the guns, it's the person. And that can also be the drugs that they're on. And I'm not just talking about meth, all right? I'm not just talking about that. They're also there to stop dictatorship. Please listen to what I'm telling you. They're there to stop dictatorship as well. And I have a bit of a problem with these glasses, so. This is, I mean, it going against a woman that happens to be black. And you're calling her a racist and all this stuff. Do you not see what the problem is with you as a person? Calling them a racist and stuff. This is a huge problem, people. You need to stop the bullshit here with stupid ass media. They're brainwashing your heads. They're brainwashing your fucking heads. Both sides are. This is why I don't listen to those bullshitters anymore. Because that's all they're doing. They're creating hate both sides. It's like the fucking Civil War. It's like, that's what it is.
Why? Because I'm my skin color? I said, you're a racist. And then she came up and she pushed me.
Okay.
And then she hit me in my freaking chin.
She demonstrated on me and she punched me in the chin. I had to grab
He
her
came in.
Did she actually make contact with you?
Yes, she did. She punched me
So
right
she punched
here.
both of you.
I didn't know that.
I just said she was demonstrating. She goes, this is what I did. And,
Oh, and then after,
and I
yeah.
grabbed her hand.
After.
Yeah, but she still, and it was pretty forceful.
Yeah, it was
You know?
forceful, but it's like,
Do you want to press charges?
absolutely. Yeah, because she cannot, that makes me nervous.
No, I agree.
You can't do that.
And I approached her and I said, I want to know why you're voting for Trump. That's the only reason I wanted to know. And I said, because you're brown skin. I mean, I know that that's what's going to happen to people in this country. I was a teacher. I've worked.
Some of these people are teachers. They have no business being a teacher. They should never be. Who they have as teachers nowadays? be put in mental institutions, all right? Never mind me being put in a mental institution, but these are teachers, for Christ's sakes. And some are counselors that are doing this crazy stuff. And I talk about both sides, not just one, okay? Because both sides.
I mean, I hate the racism in this country. I hate how people are treated. Okay? And so
I hate how people are treating each other too, and stuff, and which is why I voted the way that I did on both parties.
I'm wondering, why would somebody with brown skin support this man? And that was my question. And she immediately started screaming racist and came in with her face right up to me, just screaming at the top of her voice. And my response was to push her away, and I put my hand to her chin, and I pushed on her shoulder. And it wasn't hard, but I did do that. When we have Nazis and racism becoming the predominant thing, turning people against.
Do not hear what you're fucking saying, dude. Black people, and you're saying they're racist and stuff like this. They're really for oh boy. I don't know. I guess some people can say about the World Economic Forum, but I digress. That's a different video. That's an organization. That's a world organization. People don't know that they're anyway.
Each other. That to me is criminal, and somebody has to stand up. What else can I do? Nobody listens to me. I'm just an old lady.
That's why.
That's why I just said that as I come off. That's why. You know, and that's why people are afraid to talk. This is why people are afraid to talk. You know, even I can get too passionate. I do too. I can get too passionate too about stuff. People know that. I mean, I don't always talk about this stuff. If I'm together with somebody, unless I don't. Now, if it's like some of the girls or whatever, I'm not going to talk about any political stuff around them, around the ladies, because I want to please them. You don't talk about politics around the ladies that I know of. You don't talk about that. If you do, you get your ass kicked out. All right? Or you get ignored. You know, and there's certain people, you just don't. There's certain times you don't just, but people are afraid to talk. And we used to be able to just go, ha, 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 I don't like that person. And we could just shrug it off and just wave it off the shoulder. It's not like that. It's just like Civil War, post-Civil War, you know, Reconstruction. You know, that, and I've seen this and stuff. It's bloody insanity. It's bloody insanity. We need to come together with stuff that we do. That, you know, we have commonalities over this stuff, and it's like, this is just.
Why you vote, and we do the democratic process. That is what it's here for.
Well, then, is the democratic process gerrymandering and purging the rolls
goes all
and
sides.
Intimidating people at the polls? I mean, this is the party we're up against, and it's criminal.
Growing up, you never talked about race, religion, politics, and/or money.
That's bullshit.
didn't.
That was.
Okay,
excuse me.
ma'am,
I'll tell you why
ma'am.
that's bullshit.
It's not. I grew up. I remember my grandparents, and yes, it was.
I grew up with that too, but I'll tell you what, I have spent 10 years watching every speech of Trump's, every speech of Vance's, every speech of Harris and Biden, the whole thing.
Yep.
I've been taking copious notes and analyzing it.
Okay.
And my response is, we are really endangered right now.
And there's plenty of parts of Trump that I felt too negative, and how he started his whole thing about going after people, calling names. I did not. There are certain people, of course, you could say that, hey, some deserve a bit, but I didn't like how he just went on and on about that. And, you know, one thing about what Kamala was very smart about is making it about joy and happiness. And to tell you truthfully, if I known that would be that's all about, I would have voted for Kamala. I would have voted for her. You know, if there was truth in that, except for she mouthed off and she said, I'm going to censor, as well as Tim Wall said, I'm going to censor. I want censorship. I guess, you know, misinformation and stuff like that goes against our own. And that's a red flag. It's like, well, wait a second. Wait a second. Can't have that, and there's the border, and, you know, our jobs being taken away, people get free rent and stuff like that, and where Hurricane Helene, the response with that, and her going off to an adult podcast instead of trying to help the people that are dying from Helene, and not caring enough to actually go to the border. Instead, she wanted to dance at the border, and she was for letting everybody go through. She said she wanted to stop it, but she said she wanted them all to go through. And people were like, what the fuck? You can't keep reversing back and forth, you know? So it's like, there's plenty of stuff I didn't like about Trump and stuff like that, but I voted the way I did, and I vote for Democrats too. There's a yin-yang life, and it's real. Yin-yang is real, okay? It's in the multiverse as well, so.
Okay, if that's your stance, how does it look that you're placing hands onto someone else with different views? It doesn't support your.
It's anger.
side.
It's
Yes.
anger. It's anger.
Decide
you
what.
can jail
what
me
the
if you
next-
want to. I don't
Well,
care.
they are.
Okay.
The
They're
only
going
thing I
to
can
jail.
say is if Trump gets in, which tomorrow, everybody will have to live with it. And right now there are over 10,000 people with guns ready to rebel if he loses.
Yeah.
So
The whole
I feel
world.
sorry for you guys. Would you walk over with me
Walk over
to
where?
the people here?
Why?
I want to apologize.
Okay, well, you can't be around them right now, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
you
then I'll
can't.
go
They're
home.
No, you can't
investigation.
go home, ma'am.
I can't go
You're not
home.
going home. You're
Detained
under
right now.
arrest.
You're not free to leave.
I am definitely not a racist, but I definitely want to flag people with brown skin or other color skins that, hey, you realize what's going to happen.
That's kind of racist if you're targeting certain
I'm
individuals.
not targeting you.
You are. You just said I'm finding people with brown skin.
I have black friends who we sit and talk about this.
It's not racist. It's not racist. I think that's used too much. It's just, I can't think of the right word. It's fascist, and stuff. And you're really two-faced about it. You know, you can't say that people are racist just for thinking this and that. And I mean, the thing is, you know, with media, that social media that needs to be destroyed, is that this stuff needs to be called out more. Instead of people making fun of each other and shitting on each other, excuse the language, but we're supposed to come together over commonalities. There's always going to be stuff that we are not going to like about each other. There's always going to be stuff like that that we disagree on. But we need to go back to the day where we could sit with each other and have supper, have Thanksgiving and turkey and potatoes and gravy and yams and stuffing and have Christmas and stuff like that without, they'll say, hey, I'm not coming over this year. I mean, there's always going to be some families like that. There's going to be been there. There's always going to be people you don't want to be with. That's fine. You got, you know, do what's right for you. But most people, that shouldn't be a problem for most people. Yeah, there are some people in the valley that are just toxic. You know, we shouldn't be around. But for the most part, we need to move on. Because we all want, like I keep saying, we all want better health care, we want better jobs, we want our kids taken care of, and we want to have a good future. We want to be able to invest and make some money off investments. And we want to have a good retirement, good health care and everything. And we sure as hell don't have that now.
Okay.
The racism that goes on in our country,
Yes.
they're naive. They're so naive. And it just breaks my heart how naive they are.
That's crazy. Black people are dumb.
We're gonna go over to my car and talk about it. Not
Okay.
here in the middle of the intersection.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna
Let me
face the
get her
car.
ready for
Okay.
the
We're gonna face
cops.
the car. You are under arrest for assault. No matter how upset and how much you don't agree with people's political beliefs, you still can't put your hands on somebody. It doesn't matter. I know it's frustrating, but you just can't do that.
Well, how come you're putting your hands on me?
Because I'm searching you. I have a legal right to do that.
You know what? But we can shoot them. We can go in and
No,
shoot
you
kids.
cannot shoot people either.
Well, what do you think's happening in the schools?
I know, and
Why do
that's
you think
illegal
it's
as well.
Yeah, it's illegal, but it hasn't stopped, and our kids are all dying. Oh, this really hurts my hands.
Yeah.
Can I charge
they
you
do,
for
don't
injuring
they?
me if it hurts
I
that
know.
bad?
I lock them so they won't
woman's a
tighten up on
victim.
you.
Well, they're very,
Professional
very
victim.
tight. In fact,
They're
I could fit my
supposed
finger
to.
through them, so
yeah, but
Very
I am in
tight.
pain. I am in pain.
turn around. I'm going to take them off.
When
We're going to put them in the front, okay?
Okay.
I don't normally do this.
you'll be arresting all kinds of people if Trump gets in. We'll have fun.
Now you're
That's really sad,
making the
actually.
situation
Is this gonna
worse
be a
by
hate crime?
talking to her like that.
I don't.
Targeting
I
people
think
of
that's.
color.
She said she's finding brown people and letting them know, like, hey, if you vote for Trump, you know what that means for you. So I don't know if you could.
Well, hold on. Was the person that she assaulted a person of color?
Yes.
Okay, well then I think you
Hate
can
crime.
try very. Let's check the statute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if she says I'm finding, so this is a statement against her own interest, and it drives motive and intent, brown people, and telling them whatever they're telling them, and then if they don't, I'm assaulting them.
Yeah.
I think those are pretty clear links. So
An 82-year-old woman was
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wait, she's
man.
82?
Hold on. I want to see what the news says.
arrested in Edmonds for a hate crime and assault.
Edmonds police say after reviewing state law RCW, they determined what happened here was indeed a hate crime.
Wow.
Authorities say every election cycle they have campaign signs stolen or vandalized, but this is a wild one-off. Seeing someone of this age demographic being this confrontational and physical is very unusual.
She was
They
trying
feel
to
like
give
they-
out them
hey.
lashes.
Yeah, she was.
Get back to the
Get back to plantation.
plantation, girl.
I'm not racist. This is to save you from the racists.
I'm trying to help you, dummy.
You know what Malcolm X said about white liberals?
Nah, it gets worse, guys.
I think white liberals are a cancer to society, but that's just me.
It's actually a lot of stuff.
I mean, let's just leave it there because I've been over like both sides and everything. So, and I mean, they have their views, I have mine. Everybody has their views and everything. So I just think that, yeah, and there's different reasons to have who you're voting for and stuff like that. It all stars I know, most of them I say vote Democrat because, of the adult industry and stuff like that. And I love them very much, very, very much. And other people that did, the about abortion and stuff like that. So the bad thing is that don't be brainwashed by either side because that's what they're trying to do is brainwash people, weaponize them. So, anyways, y'all have a good morning, good night, wherever you are. Peace out.